Bing bong.
Bing bong. You've been saying that to me a lot. Oh wait, yesterday was it yesterday when I like totally contradicted myself and you're like bing bong, exactly. That's exact.
Yeah, you were fighting something so hard and then you like corrected yourself.
And then I like caught myself and I was like,
and
oh,
I was
wait.
like bing bong.
It's like, okay. Anyways, hey everyone, welcome to The Queer Social. We're so glad you're here. I am Jess. My pronouns are she, her.
And I'm Andy. My pronouns are they, them. And today we're going to discuss some things, let me tell you.
Let's get into it. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, but let's get into it.
I'm ready.
Intro. Boom.
Is that how it goes?
No.
Good to be back. I feel like we said that last episode, but when we take a break, it's always like...
I mean, I think this was like one of the first times where I was like, I really need a break. I need a break from social media. I need a break from the podcast, from... I think it was
just living in the moment.
Yeah, it was a weird shift, but I was like, right now, this isn't serving me.
Yeah.
So it was we've said before, oh, it's nice to be back and stuff, but I think we took like a month off.
We did. So for those that don't know, Milo, our daughter, just turned 1. And I think that's why we've just been majorly living in the moment.
Yeah. And her birthday, her 1 year, and like, or 1 year anniversary, her 1 year birthday
of life,
it's been a very good reminder to slow down.
Yeah.
And to just make a shift of priorities a little bit for a while. So that's what we did, you know?
Yeah. And I think a lot of times, especially with social media, there's this big, it's not even a stigma because that's how social media works, is like consistency, be consistent, show up when you say you're going to show up, post as much as you can so that
and it's
your
hard
shit gets recognized.
You know, we get messages from people and they're like, when are you posting? Are you going to be releasing an episode today? Like,
and that's what I'm saying though. Like, I get how social media works, but sometimes for mental health, like just take a step back. It's worth it. It's like, oh, now I feel refreshed.
And that was since the show came out, I think I've had to do it a couple of times, but this time it was an interesting feeling because with the show, it felt like anxiety ridden, like, okay, get me away from the negativity right now. But with this, it was like, hey, there's something happening in your life, like your actual life right now that I wanted to focus on.
To be present with. Yeah, exactly. I think especially as content creators, your life can be absorbed with capturing every little moment. Like, get the camera, gotta do this, gotta film this, gotta post on schedule. And I think we have our foot in the content creation world, but we're also not ready to like submerge because that's just not us to be like so on it all the time.
Yeah. Okay, so today was a huge day. It was a very, very... It was just an incredible moment because Milo walked, took 4 steps. And
yeah, it's her first time actually walking by herself.
It's so insane. Like, seeing your little human achieve something that they get so frustrated with, or just so like the kid's got... she's got so much tenacity.
Yeah, she does.
But getting back to being in the moment, like, you were trying to set up the camera over and over again so that you can get it. And like, trust me, I get it, because now that we've watched the videos back of her walking and everything,
you want it.
I'm like, oh my God, it's so cute. You know, like, look at her.
But then Milo is losing momentum and you're like, babe, put the phone down.
Yeah, I was like, baby, be in the moment right now. Like right now. Like,
and I was in the moment though. I don't want you to say I wasn't in the moment, because I was.
I know, but I wanted because you were like, oh, I didn't catch it. And I was like, you did with your eyes. You caught it with your eyes. So that's just an incredible thing. And the fact that we as parents got to experience one of her first together.
Yeah.
That
it's not
was
like you weren't home.
That was really special.
I think those are the times where you're like, okay, I want to be present. I want to be like in this time with my family. And that's what we did around her first birthday for the past few weeks. We went to California where we celebrated, because all of our family and friends are from California, where we are from originally. So it was really nice to just be with everyone let Milo make her relationships with people. We realized our baby is Milowana. She's obsessed. Shout out to Auntie Kylie. She came up with that name. It's so cute. Obsessed with the water. She's addicted to the pool, the beach, sand, the ocean, bath time, anything water.
She's fearless. She just wants to go head first. She wants to just dive in, and it's such a cool thing to see because the kid is wild.
She is
wild.
Yeah.
And like for me, I was a wild child. I was very rambunctious, so I'm like, I want to guide her. I don't want to tame it. We talked about this. I don't want to tame her or restrict her, but I want to guide her.
Guiding her intensity, guiding her light.
Oh,
you know,
it's bright.
It's bright, guys. It's freaking burning.
And to know that about your kid when she's only 1 year old is, you know, I'm sure some people are like, well, you don't know how they're going to be. I'm telling you right now, like this kid, she's something else. And
she is.
It's such a joy. It's such a joy to like watch her just do just insanity all day. She's just a ball of chaos, but so much loving fun.
She is literally the best. So that's why we took time. Yeah. It's nice. I encourage everyone to take a little bit of time sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Just be in the moment, make your memories. My dad always says, you live life for your memories. When you leave this world, all you have left and all the people that loved you and spent time with you in this lifetime, all they have is the memories that you guys made together. So make them.
Yeah.
Put your phone down and make them. You don't have to record everything.
It's like that saying where people say, I don't know who the people are, but they're really wise. They say you die twice. Once when you leave your body and the second time when someone speaks your name for the last time. And that's like
sad.
That's
really sad. Why are you talking about it? Sad.
I know, but that's why I'm like memories. Like leave behind a beautiful footprint. Leave behind something like, you know, like just have some type of impact to where it's a beautiful memory of your presence on earth. And I think the more that you can do that and focus on like things like that, your name's going to be talked about for a long time.
It's true. Live for the memories, baby. Back to the California trip. We road tripped with a 1-year-old, which is sometimes not recommended. But she did really, on the way there, it's a little hard. I'm not going to lie.
Do you want to tell them why it was a little hard?
Oh, you're going to the car seat thing.
Yeah.
We have 2 car seats, one that she's going to be growing out of and the other that she's going to be growing into. And she's at the stage right now where she fits both. I chose the one that was like reclined a little bit, like a more relaxed fit because I was thinking car ride, basically 9.5, 10 hours.
I wouldn't think of that one to be the relaxing seat because it's the infant one. So she's like in a deeper seat.
It's just reclined a little bit. That's the only difference.
Our kid wants to be like out and like doing stuff. Like she's in that space where she doesn't want to be strapped back like this. So the whole time
I chose the reclined one. I said, let's just go with this one because she's also a sleeper in the car. I'm like, she's going to be sleeping. She didn't sleep. So that's why she hated
she
her
did
car
the
seat.
Antichrist the whole time.
She's like, get me out of here. Like, it was terrible. Yeah.
But she redeemed herself on the ride home.
On the ride back was amazing.
Yeah.
Also, this is like so next level. People are probably like, okay, we don't care. I care. This is major and huge. We've been teaching Milo to tell us when she goes poop. Right? And we were in the car and she goes, poo poo. And I was like, did you do a poo poo in there? And she's like, poo poo. And I was like, oh my God, babe, I'm pretty sure our baby just told us that she went poop.
And then I got a whiff, like 2 minutes
And then like
later.
2 minutes, we're trying to find a place to pull over to change her diaper. And then 2 minutes later, we start smelling it. We're like, oh my God, validation. She can be potty trained probably.
Yeah, I think we're going to start looking into that at a way younger age.
But yeah, she did great on the way back. And then me and Andy were like, that was so good. Like, that was amazing. We high-fived.
Yeah, we did.
We fist bumped. We were like, we are killing it as parents. Just such a good team.
Yeah.
every pit stop was like NASCAR pit stop. Like, you do this, I do this. We had our lanes. We did it. We got it done. And then we were back in the car.
Our teamwork was off the charts.
Off the charts. And we were like, we were pumping ourselves up about it.
Dude, we were
like,
gassing ourselves up.
We are nailing this parent thing. And then we drive up to watch my dad play live music.
So it was the same night. So we got back from the road trip at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and Jess's dad was playing a set at like 4:30. So we're like, oh, we're chilling. We got an hour and a half. We bring home Milo, stretch our legs a little bit, change our clothes, and we'll head up there.
Yeah, head up there. Everything was packed in the car.
Yep.
We chose to take a different car because we didn't want to unpack everything. We were on our way up. Actually, we had just arrived.
We had just arrived. We're in the neighborhood.
We were parking, and Milo projectile vomits everywhere. When I tell you this smell took over the whole car, I'm not playing. It was
horrendous,
horrible. And immediately I was like, oh my God, we have no clothes for her. We left the fucking bag, her whole diaper bag.
The diaper bag. And like, let me tell you, my OCD ass has a diaper bag, a backup bag, diapers in baggies, clothes in baggies. Like, I have it all typically, but because we switched cars, I didn't have anything. Anything. And we had just gotten there and we're like, yo, we were
just high-fiving about how we were nailing. This is like a humbling experience, which I think is just parenting in a nutshell. This is parenting in a nutshell.
That humbled us. Like,
we were killing it until we weren't. And then we were like, shit, our girl is covered in projectile vomit.
And at that point, Jess was like, I'm done. I want to go home. We're going to go home. And I was like, no, like, Milo loves live music. It's going to make her night. She was in the car all day. She did an amazing job. She needs something to, like, you know, as a reward.
Booster.
Yeah.
We went to my parents' house right down the street, washed her clothes, quick wash.
I washed them in the sink really quick. I was like, babe, just like strip her down. We'll hand wash her clothes. We'll wring them out and we'll throw them in the dryer on quick dry.
Quick dry, out the door.
Yep.
20 minutes to spare at the concert.
Yeah. But she loved it.
It was worth it. She had a great time. But man, parenting is just absolutely wild.
Yeah, that was a slap in the face. I was like, whoosh, wake up.
Wake up. Yeah, you're not as prepared as you think.
You had a great first quarter. You're in the first quarter of this shit called parenting, and it might have been great, but let me tell you real quick, you're going to need a few timeouts.
Yeah.
You might have a technical foul. Are you getting this, or are you just like sports?
I know that it's right. I was like, I'm feeling sports references, and I'm just going to nod. Like,
Yeah, parenting, it's like you're killing it one moment, but that is just like... That's just a little, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's just a little bit of something, and then, like, you're right back in it.
You're
like, wake up, it's go time.
It was one of the, it's funny, because I'm sure parents who have been parenting a long time, they're like, dude, been there, done that. Peasy. Like, that's everyday life. For us, that was, like, a major moment that happened, and one of the first times it happened, so we were like, okay. At 1 year old, I think you learn a lot about your kid personality wise, like, it's just starting to really shine through. And we saw like an elevated version of what we already knew, that our daughter loves to be the center of attention in true Leo fashion.
Yeah. And let me tell you, as an introverted parent,
you're right.
I'm like buckling up. I'm like putting my safety seatbelt on.
She's taken all of us for a ride. She made everyone sing happy birthday multiple times. Like, literally, as soon as everyone was done, she'd be looking at everyone, and then we'd all start clapping again, like, yay! And then she'd start clapping, biggest smile on her face. When anyone stopped, she's like this, like.
She's charismatic already, too, for her age, and it's like, she knows how to work people.
She does.
It's kind of mind-blowing. I'm like, you know what you're doing. Like, the other day, I told her to chill out, and she, like, did this to me.
That's our girl?
No, that's your girl. That's your face.
I do have that face. I do that exact
You do this.
thing. Yeah, I do.
That's how she gets out of everything. She just goes, and I'm like,
okay, fine. Yeah, Milo's picked it up pretty quick, honestly. But she had a great birthday.
She did. She didn't cry.
Another life update.
Yeah.
We went to Pride, Reno Pride.
We did. We did go to Pride.
Yeah, this is going to be like a little late, but we'll just tell you about our experience because, first of all, we took Milo to the parade for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Thrived.
The
girl thrived.
Mm-hmm.
Like
the drum line,
horses,
the twirling of like feathers,
the necklaces, the beads,
the whole vibe. The kid was about it.
Was living for this.
She was.
And honestly, we experienced the parade in a whole new light. I would not have liked that parade if it was just you and I would have been like, can we go?
Well, you know, Reno Pride parade, we need to step it up. Honestly, I had so much to say about it. We need a coordinator. There's 20 minutes in between each person marching. And there wasn't a lot like...
It wasn't a consistent thing. It was gaps. It was one group, gap.
Yeah.
One group, gap.
I'm from a way smaller town, and for some reason, we have way bigger of a... Huge, like, our parade back home where I'm from is like a 2 to 3 hour parade. Mm-hmm. That shit is long.
Yeah.
Reno Pride, come on.
I'm not shitting on the parade. I'm just saying if I didn't have my baby there, I wouldn't have stayed.
We need to zhuzh it up.
Yeah.
Because the parade needs some... We need some work on it. Maybe some more floats?
Right.
A float competition?
Just something. So, yeah, we did the parade. We also did the festival, stayed way longer than we probably should have because it was way too hot. Mm-mm. It felt scorching.
And for us, it's like we barely get out as it is. So for us to sacrifice...
a lot of simulation.
To sacrifice ourselves and go out in that scorching heat.
We're like vampires.
I mean...
Like into the sunlight, scorched.
I love the sun, but it's just different when you're like in... Like there's no reprieve.
Reno heat is not... You don't know what we're talking about unless you know. It was hot. It was a hot day.
And there's just... We'll get into it. You want to get into it with Pride? Like, Pride was an experience. I was shocked to see the amount of furries there.
Yes.
I was shocked.
I was also shocked.
I was like, Reno... We have a bigger furry community than we do a gay community.
Probably. Honestly, it was 110 degrees.
And they're in full.
And no, they would be wearing this giant
head.
It
was like a mascot. Head.
But then also, like on the t-shirt, you see a big sweat mark. I'm like, bro, I know you're dying in there.
Yeah.
Like dying.
And then they had like full winter gloves on with like fur on them. And they had like full on, like do your thing. Go on with your bad self.
I love your enthusiasm to express your passion.
There's no way in hell that you could catch me in that thing in the heat. I'm pray for y'all.
R.I.P. Honestly, that's what they're called, right? Furries.
Like yeah, no disrespect, just curious.
Right? No, that's good to clarify.
Do you keep snacks inside your head? A little bit of Cheez-Its over here, like.
I was just like, what's happening? Why are there so many animals
here? If we brought Milo to the festival, she'd be like, woof.
Right. Yeah.
Meow.
Right.
The festival was an experience. And also, of course, we got the traditional stare downs.
Oh, yeah. You walk around and, like, it feels competitive.
Yeah, maybe? Why? We're
Rather
back to
than,
this.
Like, this is the one day a year you shouldn't be like that.
Right.
Yes. At a Pride festival. It's like... We are all one. We're on one team.
Unity.
Here. Yeah. No, didn't. I mean, some of them didn't feel like that.
I was like, I couldn't tell if they wanted to fuck me or punch me.
That's fair. Yeah, it's so fair. Yeah. I could see how you'd catch that vibe. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. It's a tough one. Clarity. We'd need some clarity. Yeah.
Speaking of, Jess wanted to punch this girl that commented on a photo telling me to check my DMs.
Oh, yeah. She's like, Andy, check your DMs. And I was like, I don't like the sound of that. Whatever her name was.
For what?
Yeah. I have no problem doing that, though.
I think that that's a very normal thing to be transparent about.
Yeah.
Your DMs. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not like you like grab my phone and go through my DMs, correct?
No.
Yeah.
I don't need to.
That's right.
For what?
For what?
You know, like,
yeah.
People are going to say some wild shit. I've seen it before. You showed me. Yeah, people have no problem overstepping boundaries, I would say. And I have no problem correcting those boundaries.
Jess has no problem addressing those boundaries.
I don't. Yeah.
Don't be surprised if you get a response from Jess in my DMs.
Keyboard warrior. Like I'm here on the
wifey
keyboard.
here.
Yeah. I could see it. I wouldn't put it past me. After the festival, we went out. We don't do this like
you guys, we rallied. Ever. Holy shit. Like Pride Day was like I was back in college.
3 events in one day.
3 events in one day.
Parade, festival, and then out on the town. And that was...
Let's be real, though. That was for our friend.
Yeah, we did. We did do it for our friend. It's not something me and Andy would be like, do you want to go out tonight?
Do you want to go stand at like a club and probably like people watch?
Well, this is the thing with which we like people watching, actually.
Yeah, that's
Love
my vibe.
It. Yeah, like we'll just be in the corner.
If you see me out, I'm sure you're going to probably think I'm either standoffish,
unapproachable,
or a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, right.
I typically, like, I don't do well in big situations. There's a lot of overstimulating things for, like, going on in my head.
When out at a bar, there's 2 vibes you give out.
Okay.
May I? Okay.
Do tell.
One of them, completely standoffish, reading the room, looking at everyone, not knowing what expression is on your face. And it could be misconstrued as judgment. Could be. You're not judgy. But you could be, actually you are kind of judgy sometimes. In the privacy.
Can be petty. Yeah. I can be a little petty.
So that's one. Watcher Andy.
Yeah, and I always look for the exits.
Yeah. So just like, just on high alert, in the corner, that's your vibe. Or loose. Like loose AF, I'm talking. You are vibing with yourself, most likely. You are dancing. You are...
I don't need no partner.
You don't need a partner, actually. Like, I'm there to, like, get it, babe. Like, just egg you on, encourage you.
Yep.
You are the show. One-man show. And it's really incredible to watch.
Aww.
Yeah, it's amazing. And, like, anybody who's watching that is like, dude, that's a fucking vibe right there. Like, you're just vibing with yourself. Like, how amazing.
I know. Don't come in my space if you see me dancing. Just...
Andy doesn't want to dance with you.
No, admire from afar.
Right.
But I'm in it. And there's
Do not disrupt.
No, and it's funny because our best friend Nicole saw it this weekend. They were like, I don't even know who...
Who was that?
I was like, Nicole, this is a... Congratulations.
It's a treat.
It's a treat. And not only do I do that so, like... I don't do it around a lot of people.
No.
But then at the same time, like, I do it in the strangest times. Like, it's such an impulsive thing to where I'm like, I'm going to get a little wasty.
And you knew before we were going to go out, you're like, I'm getting lit tonight.
Yeah.
I'm just going to, like,
I usually make the decision before.
Yeah, you do. It's not like in the moment. You, like, plan your litness.
And I had a lot of fun. It was a drag show at one of our local bars that night. And it was outside, like, on a stage. It was actually pretty vibey.
It was fun. It was, yeah.
And I was getting it.
I'll say, if anyone looked like Andy #1 option, it's me. I stood there like with my arms crossed. I was also the DD that night. So arms crossed in the corner, scoping out everyone, reading the room.
Yeah.
I was like, I did not let loose. If anyone saw me, they're like, dude, she's fucking unapproachable as heck.
You know, it's funny you talk about that because, you know, we get people who ask like, oh, how do you like meet people now? And like, how do you, like, if you're out in a club, like, do you go up to people? Like, how do you get people to, like, come up to you?
We did talk about that after going out because I realized, like, I watched a lot of what was happening. People are so afraid to approach other people. And, like, this was the night to do it. Like, if it was any night to do it, it's Pride.
For sure.
There are way more queers here tonight than there will ever be.
It's like a full moon of queers.
Right. Like, they showed up.
Yeah.
Like, this is pick of the litter, really. I think people are so intimidated of no or rejection that they don't put themselves out there. And because I was watching the room, I saw this. I would see people eyeing other people but not approach them. And for me, I think it's easy for me to say because I'm in a loving relationship. Like, I don't have to do these things.
Yeah.
But from an outsider, like, as a friend, like, if I'm your friend, okay, talking to the people, if I'm your friend, I'm gonna encourage you to go talk to whoever you have your eyes on, because it could be a fleeting opportunity. Like, you're not seizing the moment here. it was just really interesting because I could see people like eyeing other people. It was very blatant. It's like,
did you want to
you're
go and
feeling
like
them?
Be like, you two should talk.
Yeah, I want to be like, you and you,
because that's
kiss. I'm just kidding. Kiss. No, but you know what I mean. It's just it's not hard to sit back and watch. But if I could encourage anybody to do anything, like put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Give it a try. The worst that could happen is no. And let me put this into perspective really quick. If you walk into a room, I mean, not the grocery store because that's not even a fair thing. Whatever. If you go to that bar, chances are 1 or 2 people maybe will catch your eye that you're actually attracted to. Right? So that is not a very high percentage of who's type. So the worst that can happen if you put yourself out there is you're just like, I'm sorry, you're not my type. And that's okay. Yeah. I want to emphasize, it's okay that you're not someone's type. Yeah. It's okay that
but you don't know until you know.
You don't know until you know. But I think people are under this impression that it's like, oh, they didn't like me. Like, who cares? How many people do you not like? Probably a lot.
Yeah. How do you, like, what would you recommend then for people who are too shy to do that? Like, what's an easier way to get somebody's attention?
Maybe smile. Maybe look approachable. If Andy were to have, or me, I'll throw myself in the mix. Yeah. If we were to have, like, smirked at somebody or, like, made intense eye contact
we'd
with
have a throuple.
They would probably approach. They'd be more willing to approach. Absolutely not a throuple. Look, you're psychotic for even saying that.
In this, because I'm a vibe, I know. I can frown or I can smile and I still catch energy.
Right.
So it don't matter for me. But if you're a little shy,
like
I can see. I can see.
You're like, what about for someone who's shy? And you're like, I catch a vibe no matter what.
No, well, I'm just saying I'm not a shy person. When I go out to a club, if I see somebody I want, like just like when I saw you and I wanted you, I'm a very assertive person. So, and it's like for me, I get even more hyper focused on it. So then it becomes like it's almost like a game that I get to win. Right?
Yeah.
And I fucking won the goddamn Super Bowl with you. That's Wimbledon.
Love it.
Yeah. Anyway, so no, I'm a different breed. But if you are the type where you are afraid to approach somebody, or if you're like just not sure if somebody feels you, 100%. Give them a smirk.
Give them a smile. Give them a little oomph, you know? Yeah. Like just a little
or give them
something.
the eyes. That's what I do.
Show them that you're interested.
Yeah. I'll give you eyes 100%. Like,
yeah. Oh my God. It's written on your face what you're thinking. Like I know in the moment, like,
but you didn't
you are
know.
having a thought about me.
You did.
You are currently thinking about me inappropriately.
Damn, babe.
Like but that's what I'm saying. Like you have a good face that shows that.
But only you know that face.
Yeah, but like maybe practice in the mirror. Be like,
no, I didn't practice in the mirror.
Not baby. You. I'm telling shy people.
Got it.
Yeah, you don't have to practice. You nailed it. But that's what I'm saying. I just think like.
Yeah, give a little smirk. I think that, and two, that's like playful.
Yeah.
And you know, and then you'll know real quick if somebody's receptive of that smile. They'll be like,
yeah, exactly.
Or they'll just like completely act like they won't.
Or they might just be shy themselves.
Or they just start giving eyes back, like, oh, did you look? You looked at me. Yeah.
The worst someone can say is no. Like
and boohoo, move on to the next.
Just do it. And also, the first time you do it, scary as fuck. Like, come on,
100%.
Terrifying, I'm sure. After that, it just gets easier.
It's like riding a bike. You gotta if you fall off that bike, you get your ass back on that bike.
You just keep doing it, and then it gets easy.
And then within that too, you're building self-esteem and you're building confidence. Like for me, I look at rejection as like, that's just, I need to find a different way for it to be yes.
Right. And also, I just hate even looking at it as rejection because it's like, if you're not someone's type, you're not someone's type. If you can get past the hurdle, what? The way you're looking at me right now.
Was I giving you the eyes?
It wasn't as intense, but I did catch a little vibe. If you could just get over the initial hurdle of like putting yourself out there and being like, yeah, I might not be their type, but I'm going to try.
Yeah.
Yeah. Approach.
So that was our Pride experience.
Yeah.
And it was a great nightcap. For sure.
Yeah. And we got in and out at like 1 a.m.
Oh, with our bestie. It was just a good time. It was a good time all around.
Yeah, it's fun. speaking of being in a room with everyone, it made me think about how in reality TV shows, like when they cast people for dating shows and whatever, I don't know, I've been watching a lot of like Temptation Island, The Big D, Love Island, like anything dating, really.
Yeah.
In my mind, if I went into that experience, I'm automatically thinking no one is my type. Like,
really?
What? Yeah, because what are the chances? I even now don't look around and see people that like get me excited, obviously. That would be concerning. But you know what I mean? Like, not people that I'm like attracted to. Yeah. And so what are the odds that whoever they casted, like, I'm going to get along with one person, let alone multiple?
Well, I think that's where, like, look, even when I was getting casted for the Traders, like, I had to fill out so many surveys and, like, things of, like, things I liked, how my personality was, describe myself. Like, they probably go through so many surveys of, like, matchmaking to be like, look, if physically, you probably do put down your physical attributes that you think are attractive, right?
I think that casting does play, like, a huge role in it, obviously. 100%. But I just think about, I just don't get how.
Like, if anything ever happened, would you go on a dating show?
Maybe for the experience.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's interesting because before you always kind of said no. Is it because
I worked on them for so long that I was like, meh.
Yeah. Is it because I went on TV and like you kind of see how things are now? Like,
no, I've been behind the scenes for TV for a long time. Like, I'm able to see how things are.
Yeah. You guys saw a little bit of that sassiness right there.
But yeah, probably.
Really?
Just for the experience, yeah.
Okay.
Just give it a shot. Shot at love.
What reality dating show would you choose? Temptation Island? Well, no, because you got to go there with somebody, right?
With a partner.
And I'm telling you right now. Oh, you know what one you can go on? You can go on X on the beach, and then I'm going to roll up.
That's probably,
And just fuck it all up. Pull you.
Right. That would happen. Very much so. Speaking of reality TV. Morgan Wade, Kyle Richards. How are we feeling?
Yo, community.
How are we feeling? What's happening?
Okay, let's take it back a step.
And then, sorry, Chriselle's comment. Chriselle commented, like, oh, music videos are fun, something along those lines. Yeah. Yeah, and love can happen from music videos. Sexual relationships can happen from... Sexual relationships can happen from music videos.
Yeah, you can fuck around and find out with a lesbian in music videos.
Andy's convinced Hollywood's going gay. Convinced.
I've
had to talk you off the ledge. You're like, Hollywood's going gay. And I'm like, no. There's like 3 people that's happening right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if some more housewives fucking saw the light. I don't know why, but I just feel like the connection is different than being in a heterosexual relationship.
No, it's 1,000% different.
And I think
it's undeniably different.
It is. It's just so much more dynamic. And I think, I'm not saying all heterosexual relationships, so don't get your fucking panties in a wad and like comment some stupid shit. But
oh my God,
a majority of people are like, after dating women, they're like, holy shit. Like, you either are about the dynamicness, the complexity, or you're like, no, I need to date some simple shit. And that's typically where the dick comes in. Like, I love my housewives. I love them all. But I can see this situation with Kyle, like, getting real messy. Yeah. I really can. Like, in the music video, like, if you wanted to shut down the rumors, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, and it's not even to, like, clown it. You're not even clowning your rumors. You're just, like, adding fuel to the fire of, like, especially people who have been with women. Like, we know how messy it is, and this screams messy.
Yeah.
But for real, though, Kyle, if you've trickled over to our side, welcome.
Welcome. Happy to have you.
We are stoked to have you. Honestly, like, you're one of my favorite housewives and would love to have you in the community. It's pretty fucking cool. Like,
you want it to be true.
I want it to be true.
Yeah.
I do.
I know you're.
But I love Mauricio.
Love
him.
Oh man, I know.
But damn, Kyle, if
you're about it, we're about it. Period. Yeah. Also, Gabby from The Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome.
It's just so cool. I love seeing it. I just love people being their authentic selves, whatever that means.
And finding themselves too. It's like, they don't, I think, you know, and I think Chriselle and G-Flip went through this too, of like, Chriselle, I'm sure, got shit of like, oh, you're just doing this for publicity, or like, are you actually a lesbian? Like, it's not about that. It's about falling in love with a person.
Yeah.
And I think that Chriselle's and G-Flip are the perfect example of that, because you can tell, like, you can just tell when somebody's in deep, and they're in deep. Like, they love each other so hard, and like, that's evident. And I just think it's amazing that Chriselle was open to having that type of relationship, or you know, to be open to their feelings, you know, because I think being in Hollywood and
I think maybe not a stigma,
I'm sure she goes through it with like social media with people, you know.
I'm
like,
sure. And also just in Hollywood in general, having what fans or the fan base might think of you and who you should be with, or letting your past relationships define your future relationships.
Yeah, I saw, like, I think some people too were just like, she should be with Jason, she needs to be with Jason, and it's like, who are you to...
Or even Gabby, like, dating on The Bachelorette, dating all men in her past relationships, like, people just automatically think the pattern should continue in a certain way. But who are you to say?
Exactly.
Like, and I think that's what I love about seeing these things, is like, even if the Morgan Wade and Kyle Richards thing is not true, I still love the idea of like just being...
It's kind of like penetrating the glass wall a little bit. You know, it's like, hey, we're everywhere. Whether or not you want to like admit it, or like you want to like, you know, censor us and everything, we're everywhere. And you can't censor us forever. Right. You know, so go on with your bad self.
Go on. Love to see it.
Be careful, though, because lesbians are trifling.
Be careful. Be careful.
It gets sticky.
It does get a little sticky. But honestly, the lesbian energy...
Oh, it's a vibe. Come on. I'm content with who I am, being non-binary and stuff. But if I still pass as a hot lesbian, fuck yeah, I'm taking that card. Because lesbian, like mass lesbian vibe.
Energy. Oh, God,
and I still label myself as a lesbian, too. Like, you're not taking that from me.
Something hot about being a lesbian.
Dude. Lesbian energy is unmatched.
It's unmatched. And, like, men could never. The way that women pursue other women, or it doesn't have to be women, non-binary, whoever, that type of energy, you just don't get it until you get it. Like,
and that's how straight girls get, like, they get caught up.
Right. They get
like
the
in
fanny
a fucking
flutters.
Whirlwind.
And then they're like, oh, fuck.
Like, am I gay?
What is happening to me? My pussy's telling me I'm a lesbian. This thing does not lie. I'm telling you, trust it. It doesn't lie. Okay? Let it lead you, honey. Also the heart. Let the heart lead. Let the heart lead you.
So if you guys are out there and
trust your gut.
You're dabbling, or the few people that, well, not few people, I've gotten quite a few people questioning their sexuality after watching The Traitors. Question it. Go for it.
So many messages came flooding in, like, I think I'm gay because I just saw you on TV. Like, you're welcome, okay? But I'm telling you, yeah, if you feel those feels, lean in.
Yeah, lean in, because you're about
wild ride.
Buckle up.
It's an experience of a lifetime, I'm telling you.
But do not. You might end up in a U-Haul within 3 days.
Yeah.
So be careful. You're coming up to cuffing season, so please stay safe out there.
Stay safe.
You can be in matching pajamas by December if you start now.
Lesbian energy.
Yeah, dude.
It's a whole vibe.
Especially the first 2 weeks of talking to somebody you have a connection with as a lesbian. Holy shit. It's like being on ecstasy day in and day out with no crash.
Obsessed. Just obsessed.
No crash. Food tastes incredible.
Food tastes way better.
It's a high. And you either ride that high for quite some time, like the honeymoon stage as a lesbian, I swear to God, it lasts longer than any heterosexual thing.
I think it does too.
It's probably at least a year. The power of the pussy, man, that brings you right back.
Reeled in.
Yeah, you reeled my ass in real quick.
I'm telling you. I just wish I just wish for everyone to experience this experience.
Jess is getting worked up talking about the lesbian.
Do I have an upper lip sweat stash right now? Because I'm hot. I'm flushed.
I know you are.
I'm feeling
I think
red.
Jess is reminiscent about our memories of the beginning days.
They're flooding.
Hot and heavy. It was crazy. It was crazy.
We used to have sex for a full day. It's a whirlwind. Do you think that we have convinced the people enough to be queer?
If you guys don't know, now you know. That's our sales pitch.
Mission accomplished.
Now that I got you all flustered, hot and heavy, you ready to
be more flustered in a terrible way, not the same way.
It is time to ask you some questions.
Okay, I'm not gonna fight it. Honestly,
ask you. It has been a little bit.
It's been a minute.
We've given you a break on a few episodes because I wanted you to build your self-esteem back up.
You know what's funny is you would think I would be studying on my off time. No, I have not studied once. I should probably just download the app and start answering my questions, but
or just trivia.
I don't have time.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. All right, baby. What are the 3 branches of government in the United States?
Judicial. Why did that one come so easy to me and I don't even know the others? Can I phone a friend just for a little? I just need
Who would you call?
You.
Okay. If you want, call somebody.
Okay, who do I call?
Call McKenna. McKenna would know. I would hope McKenna knows this.
Okay. Legislative. Is that it?
It's one of them.
Judicial, legislative.
One more.
Whoa, that popped in I was about to call McKenna.
Call McKenna.
I don't know. Phoning a friend.
Okay. I just still have my 2 up here.
Hi.
Hi, I have a question really quick. You cannot Google. Just immediately right off the bat. The three branches of government.
The 3 branches of government, isn't it? It's judicial.
Yep.
You're fucked.
You were my phone a friend. You were my fucking phone a friend.
You just lost $250K.
I know anything about this.
Auntie told me you, and I just went with it.
McKenna,
did I call the wrong person?
This was your time to shine, and you blew it.
You already. Yeah.
I epically failed, and I apologize. I'm not smarter than a 5th grader.
Okay. I love you. Thanks for nothing.
I got judicial. I got 1 out of 3.
Right. Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Fuck me.
Ecuador?
Fuck. Man.
Do you give up?
I don't want to give up because I felt like I was really on the right track. I was there.
Okay.
I feel like it's been too much time now.
Okay. It's executive.
Executive.
Yeah. That's okay.
2
you
out
win
of
some,
3.
you learn.
2 out of 3. Okay. I know it's one question. 2 out of 3 of the answer is good.
Well, look, you did learn something today, so that's cool. Well,
thanks for joining us today.
This was a random one today, but we just kind of want to do a little bit of
shoot the shit.
Yeah, shoot the shit, have some banter, a little bit of life update. Thanks for watching. If you like this episode, if you like our podcast, make sure that you subscribe, share, tell a friend at the Queer Social, and follow us at 2babes1barn on Instagram and TikTok and all the other things.
Just nailed that.
Thanks, babe.
So good.
Thanks. All right, bye, guys.
I'm hungry. My stomach is growling.
Tacos.
Yeah, let's go.